Hi friends, it's Miss Karen. Today we're going to do a read aloud, and I have a really great book. It's called The Legend of Spookly the Square Pumpkin. Here we go. One day in the pumpkin patch, the strangest little pumpkin hatched. Spookly wasn't like his friends, where they had curves. He had ends. Spookly was different. He was odd, he was rare. Spookly the pumpkin wasn't round, he was square. There he is, right there. Well, the round pumpkins had fun rolling along. Poor Spookly sat there all shaped all wrong. He tried and tried with all his might, but he couldn't budge. He just sat there. The other pumpkins teased him because he was square, and Spookly wished he was round and could roll everywhere. That is until one night, when they all discovered it's fine to be round, but when the weather is fair. But are times when it's better to be square. Halloween was just a day away when a mighty storm blew across the bay. It tossed the round pumpkins to and fro. It snapped their vines, and then off they'd go, bouncing left and slamming right, banging, bashing. What a sight! Spooky sat there, filled with fright, but glad to be square that night. You see, all of the pumpkins are rolling around, but Spookly's staying put right where he is. Suddenly the fence gave away. 3 pumpkins rolled into the bay. Oh no! Look! Spookly knew what must be done. It was up to him. He was the one. He teetered and he tottered and he tipped and he tried and finally flipped. He was on his side. Again he tipped, again he flopped, again he flipped, and then... So he was able to move himself, and we're going to see where he moved himself. He moved himself right in the gap where the fence had snapped. He blocked the way. The hole was capped. All the pumpkins shouted, "Hooray!" Spookily, the square pumpkin had saved the day. When a pumpkin hit him with a whack, he thought his shell would start to crack. Then another one hit him with a thump, and another one with a smack. Uh-oh, you know what's happening here? Look at, there's Spookly, and all the pumpkins are rolling around and they're banging into him. Then one by one, a ton of pumpkins piled on the stack with a bang and a bash and a crunch and a crash. And then it all went black. Look at all those pumpkins. Where's Spookly? Oh, there he is, down at the bottom. All the pumpkins stacked on top of him. At dawn, when the storm had stopped, the farmer came out and checked his crop. He picked his pumpkins up one by one and laid them out in the warm, dry sun. And when the last was moved away, the farmer could see what had saved the day. An odd-shaped pumpkin, short and dense, was wedged against the broken fence. And it was Spookly. There he is. Its shell was bruised, its stem was too, but there was brave little Spookly sitting straight and strong and true. Right then and there, the farmer knew of all the seeds he'd ever sown, Spooklys were the most special that had ever grown. And the next year, when it was time to sow, he sowed those seeds in every row. He watered and weeded and watched them grow. And oh, that morning, about mid-June, when the pumpkin patch began to bloom, there were tiny pumpkins everywhere, hundreds and hundreds, most of them square. But look. Some were cubes and some rectangular. Some were flat and others triangular. There was a bed of bright red ones and 2 rows of blue. There were polka dot pumpkins and rainbow ones too. There were thousands of colors and hundreds of shapes. Oh, what a garden variety makes. Look at all those pumpkins. Different shapes and sizes and colors. Now, every year on Halloween, Spookly's Patch is quite a scene. People come from far and near to see what wonders grew that year. They stop, they gawk, they gaze, they stare. Then they pick a pumpkin that's round, triangular, or perfectly square. Look at how much fun they're having picking out their pumpkins. Now you know the story of how Spookly grew. Maybe someday, if you tell someone too, they'll go and tell someone who will go tell another. And maybe one day we will all discover that you can't judge a book or a pumpkin by its cover. And that's the end, friends. I hope you enjoyed that book. I love this book. I think it's really, really cute. Thanks for joining me. I'll see you tomorrow. Bye, friends.